My student made over $15,000 with just 500 followers on Instagram. Here's how he did it. Now, when it comes to monetizing your Instagram with a small audience, people make it out to be a lot harder than it is. It's relatively easy if you're using the right strategies. If you're using the wrong strategies, it's incredibly hard. So let me walk you through the 4 components that my student used to achieve these results. First, he had a really high quality offer. If you're struggling with monetization, this is most likely the piece that you've got wrong. You need a valuable offer that'll serve your customers to make a good income. For my student, Shakur, this was simple. He helps chiropractors get more customers using Instagram and social media. Now, once he's decided on this, he can serve those customers in many different ways. He could create an ebook for $5 and sell it to them. He could create a course for a couple $100 and sell that to them. He could do one-on-one consulting where he charges them a couple $100 an hour, or he could do a done-for-you service where he does it for them and charges thousands of dollars per month. Now, when you are starting out on Instagram and you have a small audience, it is of my opinion that the absolute best way to get to the point where you can make a full-time income is going to be serving the highest value offer that you can, which in this situation would be the done-for-you service where he does it all for a client. It takes the most amount of time, but he can also charge the most. The reason for this is with a small audience, you're not going to be able to make a full-time income selling a $5 ebook. However, selling a service for a couple $1,000s a month, it is not out of the picture to get to the point where you've got 2 or 3 or 4 clients, even if you've only got a few hundred followers. And this can be related to any niche. You don't want to focus on how can I make something as cheap as possible. You want to focus on how can I make something as valuable as possible. One thing Alex Hormozi talks about in his book, $100 Million Offers, which is definitely worth picking up, is that there is no competitive advantage to being the second lowest priced competitor. So unless you're going to produce the cheapest product on the marketplace, you might as well create the most valuable one. Because when someone is looking to purchase something, if they make their purchasing decisions based on price, they're going to pick the cheapest product, which is not yours. If they make their purchasing decision based on value, they're going to go for the highest value product, which again will not be yours. So if you are not the cheapest, you want to go for a more expensive product and pack it with as much value as you can. So instead of selling an ebook for $5 or $10 of how to get customers as a chiropractor, you can do a service where I will get you customers as a chiropractor. I will do it all for you. You do nothing. The customers walk in, you get paid. That is a heck of a lot more valuable and it will allow you to get to the point where you can make a full-time income much faster. And this can be applied to any niche. Yes, it's very obvious as an agency, it's easier to sell a higher ticket service than it is to sell a $5 ebook. But you could apply this as a fitness trainer too. Instead of selling pre-made meal plans, you can sell one-on-one help where you have a call every single week to go over their food plans, and then you help them with their training, and you do all of that one-on-one personalized to them. You can do this as an e-commerce store. Instead of trying to sell the cheapest product in a niche, you can find how can I make this the highest quality product that I possibly can to bring as much value as possible and sell those higher priced products. It'll help you get to the point where you're making a full-time income much easier. You'll probably also find that clients are much happier. Now, the second step in the process is he then went ahead and created valuable content for this audience. Now, a lot of people want to hold back on the amount of value that they give because they think if they give away everything for free, no one will want to buy anything from them. However, it is actually the opposite. If you don't give away the value for free, you will not have an audience to sell to in the first place. It's 2022, information is freely available. You can pretty much learn anything you want online. And if you don't give away the secrets, someone else will, and they will get the benefits from doing so. So whether you choose to give away the information or not, the information will get out there. If you do it, you get the audience, you get the trust, you get the business, and you win. If you don't, someone else does. So what you want to do is look at who you are trying to reach, who is your target customer, and what is it that you offer these people, and then create content that is in the middle of that, which bridges the gap. So if your target market is busy professionals who are trying to lose weight, and then your offer is, one-on-one training to help them do exactly that, meal plans, training routines, accountability, etc. You want to create content that is in the middle of that, which helps them do this. You want to give away free tips, free tricks around what food they should be eating, what exercises they should be doing, what habits they should be adopting, different mindsets, different ideas that will help people get there. And then when people want that one-on-one help, they can reach out to you. They already know you, they already like you, they already trust you. The sale becomes very easy. Now, the way that you can create this content can be done in many ways. You can create it in a Reels format. You can sit down in front of a camera or with your phone and simply just record different things that'll help people get results. Record different tips, tricks, etc. You can put it into a carousel format if you're better at design and writing and write it out that way. You could post it as a single image. Single images are trickier to get reach with in 2022, but can still definitely work depending on your strategy. For my student here, he did a mix of carousels and reels content, as well as some short form video to give a lot of value to his audience. Now, the third part of the puzzle is in getting that content in front of your target audience so the cycle can work. Because if you get your target market to see your content, the content then builds the trust and rapport, and then they eventually see your offer, some of them become clients, and then everything is doing well. So how do you actually get in front of these people? Well, there are a multitude of different ways you can do this. Just by simply posting content with hashtags and using things like Reels will do this to some degree. However, there are other things you can do to manually get yourself in front of more people. One of these things is known as the $80 strategy or the comment strategy. This is where you simply find the hashtags and accounts that your target audience follow, and you go engage with those people. You go comment on their posts, you go to reply to some comments, you leave likes, you see who is engaging with the stuff, you send them a DM, and you just simply get yourself out there in front of the community. Now, this might seem tedious and boring. However, if you can do this strategy and spend 30 minutes a day on this, maybe you only gain 5 or 10 or 15 targeted engaged followers per day from doing so. But remember, when you've got a highly valuable offer, that can turn into a lot of income for your business. Because if you gain 10 followers a day, that's 300 new followers a month. And if 2 of them turn into a client for a service that you charge $1,000, $2,000 for, that's a pretty awesome return on investment, which links back to why it's so important to have a highly valuable offer. Other things you can do to get in front of this audience is you can find influencers who have the target audience that you want, so the type that you would be commenting on their pages, and you can simply pay them to post some of your best content. This is known as influencer marketing and something that we do for our clients. Alternatively, you could also pay the platform, as in Facebook, to run ads promoting your best content to these people. They are the best strategies that I would say work right now for getting your content in front of the right people. The $80 strategy, running ads, as well as influencer marketing. Of course, you can grow organically, but that's more something that comes as a side effect of great content and building a strong community. How you build the strong community probably comes down to those 3 previous ones. $80 influencers, ads. There are things you can do to speed up the process. And then fourth and finally, if you want to make an income on Instagram, you got to make an offer. So once you've built the offer, published valuable content, and got that content in front of the right people to build up your audience, it's time to actually pitch the offer. Now, the way that I like to do this and advise my students and clients to do is simply post results. If you are in a business where you are selling results, which is most businesses. So for myself personally, I run an agency and do a little bit of consulting / coaching on the side. If I want to pitch my offer, I can simply post results from a client or a student. So if a client gained a ton of followers one week, I can show that off and say, one of my clients gained 5,000 followers this week. If you're interested in working with us, send me a DM. Or I could post a screenshot of a client that made $5,000 through one of our strategies, and I can say, hey, this client absolutely smashed it. If you're interested in working with us, send me a DM. Because people are purchasing results, so when they see that social proof of results being generated, they're more likely to work with you. I've always shied away from posting ads of like, hey, we offer an Instagram management service or a this service or a that service, because at the end of the day, people are always buying results. They're buying the result of time saved of you managing their YouTube channel for them, or they're buying the result of clients generated through you growing their TikTok account. They're not buying a TikTok management, they're buying more customers for their business, more awareness to their message, etc. So by showcasing the results you can achieve, you'll get a lot more customers. And this is what my student did as well. Once he started getting results for his clients, he would post them on his story and generate more clients for which he could generate results for, and the wheel kept spinning. So that's pretty much the 4-step strategy that my student used to make over $15,000 with just 500 followers. He's pretty much continuing to use this method as he builds his audience, and he's made a very successful business, even without tens or hundreds of thousands of followers, which people think you need to do well. You don't. If you need help implementing this for your own brand, we work with coaches, consultants, agencies, and pretty much any sort of educational based business. We help them build their audience, generate more customers and revenue using Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, etc. So if that fits what you're looking for, you can book a discovery call with me down below and we'll see how we can best help you. Aside from that, if this video was valuable, leave a like on it and I will see you all in the next one. Also, I launched a podcast interviewing a lot of successful people as to how they built their audiences on social media. So check that out down in the description below.